Good morning, you two. Welcome to your daily phonics. We're going to look at the last sound of the week before Friday. You will look at all the sounds, what we've done this week together. So we're just going to start with the sounds that we looked at the beginning of the week, just to recap and revisit. Okay, so if you can remember, we looked firstly at this trigraph, which is the I. I as in night. Good. Let's have a quick read of these words again. I as in sigh. I as in light. I as in fright. How did you get along with those? Okay. And we've got an I again, this time digraph with the I and the E. I as in pie. I as in pie. Let's have a look again. I as in tie. I as in pies. I as in lie. So that was the first couple of sounds we looked at, and then we moved on to different I sounds. Sorry about my rubbish drawings, but we've got the split digraph here. Okay, split digraph. So this is an I as in slide. And then we've got the single phoneme, the Y, but it's making an I sound today. I as in cry. I. And then the single phoneme again. We've got I as in find. I and find. Can you remember those? Hopefully. Okay. Just before, I just wanted to go and show you what we were looking at last week. So if I just share my screen here. So we're looking at the E family. Yesterday we looked at the A family again. We recapped on that, so I thought we could just look at the E family. I just want you to remember all these digraphs, actually. Oh no, this is a phoneme. Make the E sound. Let's have a go at one from each one. Which one should we go? We'll have a go at this one. So here is my E sound, and this is a qu, E, n, queen. Let's think I'll go for this nice long one. So we've got a t, E, ch. Lots of digraphs in that one. And then my split one, we've got a th, E, m, theme. Okay, and again we've got the I and the E. But this one makes an E sound, so we've got E, thief. Again, we've got the single phoneme Y, but it's making an E sound, so S, L, E, silly. E and the Y, let's go for D, O, N, K, E, donkey. And this is the only time it makes an E sound, the P and the O, the E and the O, P, E, P, L. Okay, pause the video and have a really good go at reading all those words, remembering which E sound has been used for each word. Okay, before we go on to our sounds, let's have a look at our tricky words today. So I'm going to put the timer on, and you have 15 seconds to try and read these words. Now we're ready. Are you ready? You've got a bit of a head start there. Off you go. How did you get on? Did you get on okay? Did you beat your score from yesterday? Okay, let's move on now to our new tricky word of today. Okay, so we looked at called, we've looked at could, we've looked at asked, and today we're looking at looked. So that's similar to asked, where the ed makes a t sound. So we know how to sound out l, o, k, and it's not ed, it's looked. I looked over there. Let's see what I've chosen today. So I've chosen the book Gregory again. Gregory Cool. And I have said Gregory looked at his grandma's very small house and was shocked. Wonder why he was shocked. I think it was because he's not used to such a small house. And the house belongs to grandma, so we need that apostrophe there. What could you write? What could you look at in the past? Can you write a sentence about yourself or about your friend and share that one with me? Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing that. Yesterday we looked at our O sounds. We looked at the digraph O and the A, and the digraph O and W, and they both make the O sound. Can you remember? So let's have a look at these bottom words because they're the hardest. Oat, oat, and slowly, slowly, slowly. How did you get on with those? Can you remember from yesterday? Thank you for sending me your work. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to look at some more ways of saying the O sound or writing the O sound. The different graphemes that we have. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, probably can remember these ways of saying the O. So we've got an O and an E. That makes an O sound. We've got an O split digraph with an E. Also makes it O sound. Let's have a look at this first one. Okay, when I get to this O sound with my cursor here, I want you to point to the screen. Are you ready? I might go all the way around. When I go to well done, let's have a go at reading. So when we see the O, we need to say the O and the E, we need to say O. So this is T, O, T, O, toe. Pretty simple. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Okay. Can you be looking at it while I get my pen? What's this one? This is a O, foe. When they're not your friend, they are your foe. It's like an enemy. Okay, so they're pretty simple. What you can be doing is practicing with your neat handwriting, please. Oh, you will be much better than I am on the computer and foe. Be having a go with that. Now, with our split digraph, I know that there has to be a phoneme in between the O and the E. And then this E is silent. So let's have a little go. Get my pen. So we've got B, and remember this is O, and I have to come back to the phoneme. Let's try that again, a bit quicker. B, O, K, B, O, K, broke. B, O, K, broke. Okay. How about the next one? Can you have a little go with that one? Who can remember what this digraph makes? This makes a just like this, but with a P and a H. And again, O, phone, telephone. Yeah, have a really good go at practicing your spellings and your neat handwriting. Remembering with the split digraph, you must have a phoneme in between. Okay, right, so let's go on to our picture and really think about the characters that are in that picture. What is going on? Where is it set? This all helps you with your story building. If you can remember what you've done in phonics and what you've talked about in phonics, you can always take it to your own story writing. So let's see what is happening in this picture. Here are O sounds. Spend a couple of minutes, pause me and talk about or think about what is happening in this picture. Lots of things. I know that this is the EU flag. Got lots of factories over here. All right, so can you have a look at these words and can you find them? I know here we've got P, O, T, A, T, O's. That's a long word, isn't it? So you maybe need to split that up. Oops, a daisy. And have a look at the first part of it. So pot, at, potat, O's, potatoes. Or we would say A, so this will make an A sound. Potatoes, potatoes, and I can see them here. Okay, what else can you see? I can see this is pointed to somebody's nose, nose, nose. And this is a garden hoe, oh, hoe. Pause the video and see how many you can find. Really having a go at reading all of those words there. Okay, and there are a couple of more other ways of saying the O sound. So we've got these group of letters, the O, U, G, and H, and that makes an O sound. So if that's D, O, dough, like pizza dough. Okay, and this E, A, and U, now this is a very uncommon way, but this is P-L-A-T-O, plateau. When something stays level, plateaus. Okay, let's move on. Let's have a go at spelling these sounds. I'm going to start with the really tricky one, which is the O-U-G-H. I'm telling you that because it is really tricky. So I just want you to spell all the O, although, all O, although that is only 3 sounds, but a really long word. Although I am tired, I could not sleep. Another way of saying but. Right, how did you get on? So all is just A and the L, not the normal way of saying all with the double L. All, like here, and then O, which is the long letter group. How did you get along with that? Okay, now I would like you to spell for me. I would like you to spell bone, B-O-N, B-O-N. That'll give you a clue there if you're watching me at the top. Bone. What's the first sound in bone? That's correct, it's B. O. And I know it's my split diagram. So I know have to put the E on the end. Whoops a daisy. I hope I wouldn't write like that in my book. And lastly, have a go at spelling goes. He goes to the shop. Goes. Goes. Well done. Let's have a look at your worksheet for today. All the different O sounds that we've looked at. There's a goes that we've just had a go at spelling. Oak. I want to see all your sound buttons. When we do a split diagram, you need to do a curve like a smile. Though, oh, that's the one we've just spelled all of O. G at O, like a chocolate ghetto. Okay, and then have a go at reading these sounds. These were reading these sentences and circling all the sounds that we had a look at today, and then choosing one and writing, drawing and then writing a sentence. Okay. Okay, we're going to have a look at your sentence today. I want you to have a really good go at writing it down on a piece of paper, and then we'll check mine. So it is: the king goes to the throne all alone. The king goes to the throne all alone. If you want to extend that sentence with because, why is he all alone, or so, or but, please do, and then share it with me. Let's see how I have done. I can already see that I've put a capital letter when there's no need for a capital letter. So the k, ng, this does not need to be a big g, just needs to be a lowercase g, o's. We just had a go at spelling that, and that is not correct, is it? It's the O and the E. To the O, It's not right, is it? None of that. That's a split diagram. Oh, I'm just going to start that again. O, and then there's an E because it's a split diagram. That is not very good, is it? Oh, that doesn't look right at all. Oh yeah, I remember. It sounds like an O, but it's an ah, all, o. That's correct. Is it a question? Am I asking why the king is alone? Well, I'm just saying, why is the king? I'm just saying that the king isn't going to the throne all alone, so it just needs to be a full stop. How did you get on? Make sure you complete your work and then share it with me. And I will be back for your last Friday lesson on the PowerPoint. But I hope you had a lovely lesson, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.